Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. And guess what? I literally just got back from out of town from my aunt's funeral and spending time with family. So, just had to get away, clear the head. You know how that goes. So, it's game day, y'all. Game should be starting in about an hour. Cowboys are down there in Carolina warming up right now, getting ready for this game. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited, ready to go. Got my Cowboys tee on. Actually, I found one of these cups randomly at one of the Walmarts down in Norfolk, Virginia, and I'm gonna put my game day juice in here, so I'm getting ready to get that. So after I do this video, so yeah, I'm actually just sitting here right now, getting ready for the game. Just some quick things. Looks like Greg Olsen is on the injury report. He may be limited. He may not play. I don't know. I guess they'll put out the final report in a few minutes once they find out who's playing and who's not for the 47. So, again, this game is highly important. Now, before I get into it, I just want to say it has been a lot of hate towards the Dallas Cowboys. NFL Network have lost their mind talking about the Browns are going to have more, and the Bears are going to have more wins than the Cowboys this year, giving the Cowboys no more than 6 to 7 wins in the season. And I'm just like, what? Are y'all crazy? But as I digress, I look at what we have with this team. Like, it's a lot of unknowns. Yes, I get it. And these people are outside the facility. They're outside media people. They don't know anything about what the Dallas Cowboys are doing. And they also said that the defense is one of the main problems. What? Have you not seen the first and second preseason game when our first string defense was in there, literally shutting out the offense? They didn't score when that first team defense was in there. First 2 games of the season. Now, they didn't start scoring until we put our reserves in there and the guys that were not even on the team anymore. Again, but when our starters was in there, they wasn't stopping them. So what I don't understand is, what are y'all watching or what are y'all not watching? And what are you assuming that makes you think that the Cowboys can't do such thing? So it's just weird to me, but it is what it is. The hate continues. Keep hating. Keep it up. Let the Dallas Cowboys do their thing, and Dak Prescott does his thing and lead this team to victory. Now, another thing I'm going to address too right quick is Dallas Cowboy fans. My fellow fans, I love y'all. I love y'all. But there are some of us that are getting to the point where first of all, we have always been known for a fan base that was loyal to the Dallas Cowboys, win, lose, or draw. Whatever the case was, whether the team was bombing, whether they didn't win a game, whether they didn't make it to the playoffs, whatever the situation was, we literally had the ability to come back from that. Now, I see in the comments, not just on my channel, but on other networks, channels, things of that nature, whatever the case may be, I've seen it. And the hate towards not just Dak, but just for the team in general. There's nothing wrong with having your own opinion as a fan. There's nothing wrong with venting. But when you vent, you have to have a cause for the vent. You can't just say, oh, this person sucks, he needs to go, without having clarification of what that person did to not warrant to be on the team. Now, we already know the whole Chaz Green thing. Everybody's in agreement that he didn't need to be on the team anymore. He's gone. We don't need to talk about it no more. We don't. That ship has sailed. Done. But again, there's nothing wrong with you having your opinion. Just back that up with something. Now, as far as the quarterback of the team goes, yes, you cannot like Dak Prescott all day, but he is the quarterback, and that's what it is. You have to live and die with it. If you are a true Dallas Cowboy fan, you need to be backing up your quarterback. Yes, you can not like him. That's fine. Just like there were people that didn't like Tony Romo. But you got to give a guy a chance. First of all, Not to make excuses, but again, he was a 4th round pick. He wasn't expected to be in there. They threw him in game day action. And he didn't do bad. Now, a lot of you say that he did great his first year because they didn't have tape on him, blah, blah, blah. Well, after your first and second game, there's tape out there. So these are NFL teams. They're able to stop whatever they want to. They just couldn't. Everybody say that he's only successful because of Zeke Elliott. Okay, that remains to be seen. Again, Dak Prescott was still learning his first year. It technically wasn't his team yet. We didn't know whether it was going to be Dak was just holding the reins until Tony got back or whatever the case may be. But you look at what's going on now, this is now Dak's 3rd year. It's put up or shut up. Now, if for some reason Dak doesn't do well this year, then by all means, he doesn't need to be the quarterback of this team no more. We could go draft another one. We don't need to pay him at the end of the year. Let him be a backup. But if he does well this year, give him a chance. If he does well this year, let it be the thing that changes your opinion on that. Because, again, you got to give him a chance. It really takes 3 years in this league to become a great quarterback. Now, again, some are easier than others. It was a reason why he was drafted in the 4th round. He's not a 1st round pick. He's definitely better than what Paxton Lynch was that the Cowboys salivated over. Y'all remember that. He's definitely better than Connor Cook, which a lot of the team salivated over. Both of them ain't even on the team right now. They got cut. Dak Prescott is the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys right now for a reason. You look at Christian Hackenberg. He's out there. So I'm just saying, it's not dire. Everybody keeps saying Dak sucks. Dak sucks. I don't see anything. But you say he sucks, but then when somebody asks you why does he suck, it's like you disappear. You don't have nothing to say. Now, if you had a valid reason, we have a conversation. Y'all already know how I roll. I keep it real. We can converse all day, but if it ain't valid, it ain't valid. Now, again, I'm not a homer for anything. I speak realness. If there's a problem on the team, I'm gonna say it. Y'all already know I talk about this coaching staff all day, every day, and I'm gonna get to that too. I talk about this coaching staff all the time, how they need to get their heads out of their asses and coach better. They need to make changes and do the things that they need to do. Now, I'm going to get into that because that is a segue to what I wanted to get into with this conversation about the keys to winning this game. Now, you look at Carolina right now. Carolina knows what the Cowboys' weaknesses are, and we know what their weaknesses are. Their offensive line is a little shaky right now because they got injuries. And I was saying in the beginning of the video, Greg Olsen, we got to see what his status is in the game. Because even if he plays, he may not be 100%. So maybe our defense can exploit that. Now, their defense already knows. We already know what they're going to do. They're going to do one of two things, or both. First, what I think they're going to do is they know that Travis Frederick is not playing. They know that Joe Looney is a backup center, guard. They know that it's a reason why Joe Looney is not starting in the league. Not necessarily. Now, don't get me wrong. Joe Looney could start for another team that doesn't have the All-Pros that we have. We're one of the few teams in the league that has that many All-Pro, Pro Bowl offensive linemen in the league. So, to put it that way, to put it in that perspective, you basically, that's where it is. On this team, he wouldn't be a starter, but on another team, he would. I think that when I look at Joe Looney, I'm like, I think that he's going to be fine. I think that he's going to do his job. My only concern, and I said this before, my only concern is how is that going to help or not help Connor Williams? Because Connor Williams is a rookie. He still has a lot to learn. Now, will he be able to assist Connor Williams when it comes to seeing certain type of stunts from defensive tackles and linemen that he hasn't seen before in this league? Is he going to be able to not make those mistakes? Again, he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. But is both Tyron and Joe Looney going to be there to help him and assist him with those blocking schemes that Carolina's trying to throw at them. So what they're going to test, they're going to test Joe Looney, they're going to test Connor Williams. And what they're going to do is they're going to take K'Wan Short and they're going to take Dontari Poe, and they're going to put those guys right there in that middle, and they're going to rush from both the end and the defensive tackle position. Now, if for some reason that don't work for them, then they'll probably try to put 8 men in the box to try to stop Zeke, because Zeke is the only guy on this offense that them and every other team that's going to play us this year is afraid of right now. Because it's out there that the Cowboys have a terrible wide receiver group. And I say that in quotes because I think that these guys have talent. I think that where their talent comes in is technique. And a lot of our guys, we have more speed on this these wide receiver group. And there's some savvy guys. They're smart. They're cerebral. They know how to run their routes. So, again, I look at it like this. We already know that Dak Prescott statistically plays better when he throws the ball around to different players. We already know that. So, with that being said, I look at this as an opportunity because there's no tape on these wide receivers yet outside of Cole Beasley and Terrence Williams. Who are they gonna? They don't know what we're gonna do. So again, segue to what I was saying about the coaching staff. It is Scott Linehan's job, and it was Jason Garrett's job when he implemented the game plan for this week. And I hope that is what he did, to be able to adjust to what the defense is going to give us and what looks they're going to show. So with that being said, I think that Dak can carry us there as long as Linehan allows him to do his thing. Now, you got to understand, sometimes when it comes to quarterback playing, your offensive coordinator is a key to your success in a lot of ways because they're the ones calling the plays. It's not like when we had Tony Romo, when Tony Romo did whatever the hell he wanted to do, because Tony Romo had been a quarterback for so long that, like, this was his team. So, and they'll call a play, and he'll be like, nah, fuck that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do my thing. That RPO is going to be big. That run pass option is going to be big for Dak. Because he's going to look at what the defense is going to give him. And there's so many different things we can do. You got Tavon Austin. They know that when Tavon Austin comes in the game, they've seen him with the Rams. They know how fast he is. They know what he can do. So what you do is you put him in there with Zeke. Almost like you're almost going to run two running backs. Like line him up like it's a fullback. Let him run out in the flat. Fake it to him and then give it to Zeke on the end around. You're going to immediately get 10 to 15 yards. But with Zeke, it might be 20, 25, 30. So I'm just saying there's so many things they can do. It's not trickery. It's common damn sense. I'm sitting here on the couch, y'all. I'm not a coach. I don't even play in the league. My football days have been over for a while. All I'm saying is this. You look at, and I'm just saying this from a standpoint because of the knowledge that I have. I'm just saying common sense would tell you these are the things that you should do. Self-explanatory. Jason Garrett should know. His dad's been a coach in the league before he passed for so many years, and he's just been around the coaching and the NFL experience most of his life. And he also played for the Dallas Cowboys. He was a backup quarterback himself. So you're not going to tell me that with all these former quarterback coordinators on this team, that can't be successful? There's no way possible. So again, utilize Dak to his strengths, because we already know that he's a mobile quarterback. He can run. He can throw on the run, and he's been working on his deep ball. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a deep touchdown pass to Michael Gallup, because I'm telling you, the way Dak has been working with Michael Gallup, I've been paying attention to it. Look out for that, y'all. And if not this game, just in the future. Now, my fantasy is doing great right now. I have Michael Gallup on my bench this week just because I don't know what he's going to do yet. I'll put him in depending on how the Cowboys use him. We don't know. Even when they asked Dak, they said that one of Dak's friends or whatever asked him, actually text Dak and said, hey, which one of your receivers should I put on my fantasy? Cole Beasley, Terrence Williams, who should I put on there? And even Dak was like, I don't know. it just because the way that we're going to do is pretty much a wide receiver by committee. Each different week, depending on what the defense gives us, is how we're going to play it. Now, you look at what Carolina has, big respect for Cam Newton. It's going to be a big test for Jalen Smith and these linebackers in this game. And I say this because you're going to know right now how much stamina Jalen has, how comfortable he is from that ACL and nerve damage that he had in his knee. You're going to know how much he can handle right now. Because the wide receiver play right now is going to be big in this game. Huge. Huge. So, I'm looking at what we have with linebackers. Not even counting LVE. LVE don't even have to play. We got some solid brothers out there right now as far as our linebackers go. Sean Lee is healthy because they didn't play him. They kept him in a bubble, which is great. He's ready to go. You already know Sean Lee mentally he just get locked. He gets locked into the game. You got him, you got Jalen, you got Damian Wilson, you got Joe Thomas. I'm looking to see Joe Thomas out there making plays. So again, with that being said, y'all, this linebacker play is going to be big. Also, we already know that with Randy Gregory out there and D-Law on that end, they're gonna eat too, because I'm telling you, with their banged up offensive line, it's gonna be some sacks this game. But again, Cowboys can't look at that and be like, all right, this is gonna be easy, because you do have Cam Newton as quarterback, and that boy Christian McCaffrey. First of all, I had him on my fantasy both last year and now this year. I had him last year when he was a rookie, when nobody knew what he can do. I already knew the boy could catch out the backfield. He's really good, and they're going to utilize him a lot. He's probably going to get a lot of receiving yards. They're going to throw him the ball, not just run him. They're going to throw him the daggone ball. They're going to do some of those slick plays that I think the Cowboys should be doing on their side. So you got to watch out for that. Don't get too cute, defensive linemen, because you already know Cam is a big dude. He's big as one of the linebackers. So you look at the way he is, he'll shrug it off and he'll run out the pocket and throw the ball, or just run it himself. You can't get cute, you can't get lazy, and you can't get careless when rushing the Carolina Panthers, because they have the ability to shift around and get around you and make it make life hell for you. And again, we don't need that. So with that being said, y'all, I believe that the Cowboys can win this game. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of hate out there with commentators, male and female. Terrell Davis hating. I mean, it's just a lot. I mean, nobody thinks the Cowboys are going to do anything, which I'm loving right now. Keep the hate coming, y'all, because when the Cowboys come and surprise y'all, when you think that Zeke is the only weapon we have on this team, we're going to give them a run for their money. And Cowboys Nation, if y'all with me, say amen. Say, let's go Cowboys. And I'm hyped, y'all. If y'all ready to go, let's go. And like I said, I'm going to do a video later on this evening, post-game, and talk about what happened during the game. As far as game score predictions, I hate doing those because you're never accurate. I will say that this game will probably be in the 20s. I'll say Dallas 24, Carolina Panthers 18. How about that? Cowboys win. Let's go Cowboys. Thanks again to all my subscribers. Like, share, comment. This is your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. I will talk to you guys after the game. Let's go Cowboys.